What's up, YouTube and fellow laggers? Welcome to our 8th video response. As always, leave a comment down below and ask us a question. Or you can always tweet us a question. With that being said, let's jump right in. Calkins AE asks, Gurr, why aren't there any doors in FNAF 2?
This is a previous location to Five Nights 1. On top of that, Phone Guy does mention that this place is supposed to be the safest.
Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth.
Seeing that Five Nights 2 is a prequel, maybe in Five Nights 1 they decided to put the doors in when they moved to a new location. That way they can make the security guard a little safer.
Silent Mug asks, how come Mango aims for the frontal lobe when he kills you?
It could just be the way it attacks, since it likes hanging from the ceiling. However, there is great evidence that Mangle is the one that caused the bite of 87. So your question supports that theory.
ATF 2player 12310 asks, what is the death animation for Mangled? Here's the animation. And here it slowed down. Mass Murder wants to know, how do I get rid of Balloon Boy and Mangled when they enter the room?
Well, I'd hate to say it, but if you have one of them or both of them in there with you, that's pretty much it. If you see them in the vents, quickly put the mask on. If not, that's the end of the game.
The Rainbow Wolf AJ asks, why the animatronics from FNAF 1 are in FNAF 2 if FNAF 2 is a prequel? So there's actually a timeline that we have, a very basic timeline as of now. Thanks to Phone Guy, we learned that the original animatronics were owned by a previous company. We'll label this before the bite of 87.
We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Fredbear's Family Diner or something like that.
This next part of our timeline we'll label during the bite of 87. So Fredbear's Family Diner was sold to Fazbear's Entertainment.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
But in the end, Fazbear Entertainment decided to go with a new animatronic look.
By now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location and we just use them for parts now. So the company decided to just go in a whole new direction and make them super kid-friendly.
They wanted the new animatronics to be kid-friendly, so they just left the original animatronics in the parts and service room. The final part of our timeline we'll label after the bite of 87. After completing Night 6 of FNAF 2, you are rewarded with a paycheck of an extra $20 and a newspaper stating that the closure of Fazbear Entertainment. In the article we learned that Fazbear's Entertainment had to close down their store due to complications. The CEO states that they have high hopes to reopen someday with a smaller budget. They also plan to use the original animatronics. This leads us to the original game, Five Nights at Freddy's. And just like this newspaper states, when they reopen, they use the original Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica. We hope you found this video entertaining and informative. If you enjoyed this video, you can always leave a like. You can always comment down below and ask your own questions. Remember, we do have a Twitter, so you can tweet us a question if you like to. Going to recommend 2 videos. On the top left is whether or not Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a sequel or prequel, which it is a prequel, spoiler alert, if you didn't get it in this video. But we also dissect the evidence, and we even talk about whether or not the technology of facial recognition is too new for the 1987. And the right video is about Shadow Freddy and the bite of 87. We'll kind of talk about that. And I'm going to leave this video here. If you haven't got to see it, this is my brother's reaction of screaming, because this is his first time playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Stop it!